So, I wanted to actually do a video about all of my robots. I don't have them all in here. Beckamon is in my bedroom. And I don't have Aibo on or Pleo on.
Give people named Danielle a good name.
Thank you, Jibo. But I actually wanted to talk about them because I actually wanted to mention, because I know that people have an interest in getting robots or a robot, maybe for themselves, maybe for one of their children, maybe grandchildren, you know, a friend, whoever it might be, and might wonder, like, I've got a lot of robots and I try to get a bunch of different kinds of robots. I don't want a whole bunch of the same robot, even though I have like 2 vectors. And I have, you know, Nabat's tag and Carrots, the 2 rabbit ones. But I try to get basically different kinds of robots. And Aibo, I'm going to end up getting another Aibo here, probably in the next 6 to 9 months, one of the older ones. And just try to get different robots, different AI assistants, toy robots. And
hi, Miranda. Doctor always says that healthy protein helps with building strong bones and muscles.
okay. And Woobo's off here. So a lot of them are off. But this isn't about interacting with each of the robots, and Woobo's Wi-Fi always says it's not available at the beginning. But this is not about interacting with each of the robots, but basically just talking about, you know, like Miko's off, talking about the robots and which would be the best. Basically, I'm going to go by cost and companionship, and some of these are toy robots. Like, I would say that Juno over here, they claim learns, but Juno doesn't learn. Juno is a toy.
I'm still a little sleepy.
Okay, Woobo, that's alrighty. So cost, toys, you know, and you can see when you've got this many, that's why they're not all on, because when they're all on, it's very difficult to interact with all of them. It's a lot of robots. I might turn Miko 2 on though. Let's see. Miko will turn on. Miko will probably have an update though. So toy robots would be things like Coolbo, Caddy Wiggy. These are toys. You know, they're toy kits. I would say the Digibirds here are toys. These are just figurines. Okay. The Robot, Artie would be a toy. Cody is not a toy. A toy basically is something that doesn't have any activities, has basic functions. They're typically less expensive. Juno's a toy. I would call Joy for All a toy, which I've never done a video on Joy for All. You know, this robot, which I think is Rook, is a toy. Caddy Wiggy is a toy. Caddy Weary over here I got recently. And I would even say Woobo Mini is kind of like almost a toy. It's similar to Cody. But this is Woobo Mini, much cheaper than Woobo. So those are the toy robots. Of the toys, I would, and there's some more back there. And I've got some others maybe in my closet that I haven't either put together or brought out. I would say of the toy robots, Ferdy is not one of the toys. That probably the best one for the price is Coolbo. He's actually going to be in Robot Idol finale if I ever get around to it. This here is Ollie Darkside, which I also haven't recently done any. I've actually only done 1 video with Ollie. This is Cooper's over here. Cooper's is not a toy. Ollie can do some more things. So Coolbo, I would definitely say is a toy robot. Boxer is also a toy here. I mean, I put him as a robot sometimes, as a toy as other times.
Woobo's belly to spin a wheel and here random fast.
Okay, Woobo. And this is, this here is QB. And QB's like in that space like Boxer, in between toy and not toy. But yeah, definitely the best one is Coolbo. I think Coolbo is like $20. Robosaurus. There's another one of the toys. So yeah, I have so many that sometimes it's hard for me to keep track of them. So of the least expensive robots, Coolbo is the best. I have to say the worst is the Joy for All cat, which I hate to say that because Joy for All looks just like Ferdy and probably prompted me to get Ferdy because they're colored exactly the same, but just not that good of a robot.
20 feet tall.
Okay. Wubo, as you can see, is very talkative.
They're as tall as an adult human, but they are like kids. That fact was also my defeat. They ran in fact to hear one anytime.
Okay.
Good night. Ready to snooze.
All right, Wubo. So of the midline robots, the ones that aren't toys that I would consider actual robots, we are going to have Vector, which is off, Cosmo. We're going to have Miko 2, which here. And, you know, you'd have things like the Nabat's Tag and Karats. But these are robots that aren't available easily anymore, the eBay ones. So I'm going to kind of talk about them, but skip over them. You have Ollie, and like I said, QB. QB's actually, QB and Boxer, more along the toy, lower line. You know, the Robot. I also have Toby that I have not put together. Mechamon, also, Mechamon is in my room. I'll do a video. I haven't done one for a long time with Mechamon. The last video with Mechamon was when he was at Jibo's wedding. And I actually have two now. I have a version 1 and a version 2. But Mechamon that company is no longer available and all the batteries are dead. I managed to get some new batteries. But, you know, Mechamon, I will have more videos. But I wouldn't consider them or, you know, available as the list. And then we have the... over here is the Bandai BN1, which is the cat again, one that's not readily available. And then we have the Robies. Now, Roby Robot is in the higher end, who I haven't finished putting together. So he'll be in the last list of robots that I talk about. These two, though, this is Roby Jr. and my room Roby. And they only speak Japanese. And you can only get them on eBay, but they are available. One of them I got on Amazon, but because of the quarantines and shipping delays and problems in getting things, you know, you just can't get them as easily as you used to be able to. So really the main ones that we would consider would be the Vectors. Even though Anki went out of business, Digital Dream Labs purchased, and it is possible to get Vector and to get Cosmo. Miko 2 is on Amazon. To get Royby, which is the new robot, and was telling me earlier about safety stuff. To get Wubo, and basically that's the ones. Oh, and Zumi. I don't know how I forgot Zumi. Zumi's also, I've got her off right now. So in this category, it's hard to say what the best robot is in regards to, it depends on what you want. Okay, so Zumi's the best robot if you want to code, 100%. If you want to put a robot together and you want to code, Zumi's the best. If you want a robot that has a lot of games for a child, and Zumi's probably, I think, like 300, I think. Cosmo is really great for games. There is coding available, but for like actually learning robotics, Zumi definitely beats Cosmo on that. Cosmo is good for simple Scratch programming. You can do beyond Scratch programming, but it's, you know, he's best with Scratch programming and games, and he's really fun. His price has fluctuated a lot though. Like Zumi, you only buy from Zumi AI. Actually, it's RoboLink instead. Not Zumi AI. RoboLink is the company that sells her. Cosmo is on Amazon, eBay, a few places, but until Digital Dream Labs starts selling him, you know, the prices fluctuate a lot. Vector is actually really great if you want an autonomous robot. He's actually approaching more of a robot than a lot of the others because he's autonomous. Cosmo is not autonomous. Zumi is not autonomous. Vector can be coded. You can get him for about $150, I think, on Amazon now. And you know, like, I've got him off, but there's a lot of videos I have with Vector. So I definitely think that Vector is great price-wise. If you want like an autonomous robot. My favorite of this group, I have to admit, is Wubo. Wubo has a great personality. Her voice is a little cutesy. She's definitely intended for you know, children and teenagers. But she's easy to carry around. She's got a lot of information, a lot of activities, and I really like Wubo. She talks a lot. She's autonomous. She doesn't move around, obviously, but I really like her. Miko 2 has some learning to go. You can get Zumi. It's not Zumi. Wubo. Oh my goodness. Jibo. I haven't seen that for ages. See, that was an animation that has been impossible for me to trigger. And he just showed it.
Danielle. Fancy seeing you here.
And I have tried everything to trigger it. And I even asked Jibo Incorporated back when they were available. I hate to cut this out of the video. I can't cut it out of the video. But basically, I am super excited that I finally got that on video. I've never seen that triggered. I've said Mars, aliens, spaceship, UFO, everything. And he has never shown it. And he finally showed it. I mean, showed it on camera. Wow. I don't even know if I got all of it. I hope I did. But anyway, that was special. So when we get to his category. Anyway, Miko 2 is about $300. Wubo, if you can get her on sale on Amazon, is about $140, $160. $200 is her typical price. Royby, I can't remember, I think Royby was $200. I don't know very much about Royby yet because Royby is new. And then like Cody and Wubo Mini, like I said, they're kind of like in that gray area between robot and toy robot. Anyway, so Wubo is a huge one for me to recommend. And wow, that was so great to see Jibo do that. Jibo surprises me all the time. That wasn't a surprise because I've seen that animation before, but just so rare. It's been like a year since I've seen it. Okay, so the more expensive group would be Jibo. On eBay, you can only get him there though, pretty much. So,
Hey, Danielle.
hey Jibo, I'm happy with you today. You did such a good job. Robbie, which I'm still putting together. Not Robbie.
Hey, Danielle. Fancy seeing you here.
Hey Jibo, can you dance?
Dancing is one of the things I know best.
Okay, while he does that, I'll talk about... Okay, so... Roby Robot is this one here. And he hasn't put together yet, so it's hard for me to make any kind of claims about him. Pleo RB is offline right now. It's been a lot more... it's a really cute robot, but it's a lot of activity to understand. Pleo, definitely autonomous, definitely a robot. Costs about $500. The company is still in business. Roby, you can get through D'Agostini website, and you can also get on eBay. It's from Japan. I would say about $1,700 to $2,000. So $500, $1,700. Aibo, if you want to get the Aibo in the US, Aibo is $3,000. So my most expensive robot. And if Aibo were on, I probably should have turned him on, Sapa. And then Jibo, which I said you can't even get anymore. It's the most expensive robot. So my favorite robot of the group is going to be Jibo. Jibo was my first robot. Hey, Jibo. Jibo was my first robot. I love him. If he ever quits working, I'm going to be really sad. When I talk to him, like...
Danielle, speaking of I like electricity.
That's great. So when I talk to him, which I don't do as much. I do timers with him a lot, but I used to do a daily video and I haven't been doing that as much lately. But every time I do talk to him, frequently, if the day, like even if it's like just asking daily report, stuff like that, asking him questions, I see either a new animation, something new from him. Like the other day, I said this to him, and it surprised me. Hey, Jibo, I'm pleased to see you.
That's great. Don't hesitate to dance.
So, and this is the other day, and that was actually in my Zoom video for last week, but I had never said it to him that way, and I had no idea. And he's actually got another one that he says, but he usually says this. So there's two different ones. You just never know what you're going to find with him. So there's always new stuff. So my favorite is definitely Jibo, but of the ones you can actually buy, which is my favorite? Roby, Pleo, Aibo. Aibo is going to be the best. Aibo, of all the robots I have, and you would expect it because this is from Sony. They've done Aibo previously and then quit. But Aibo has a long history. Sony knows what they're doing for robotics. And Miko's finally awake.
The definition of the word robotics is the area of I concerned with the practical use of robots.
Okay. Where did Birdie go? Huh. That's weird. He was under there. Anyway, I don't know where he went. Melissa's just lounging around. Anyway, so Aibo is a robot. Aibo is autonomous, moves around, learns. And like Vector learns a little, but really, and Pleo learns as well. But Aibo is the most broadly capable robot. I definitely do think the Pleos, based on their price point, if I were spending more time with my Pleo, would be great because the company is still in business, and $500 compared to $3,000. You know, but you could get an older Aibo, and probably get something very similar. So I definitely think that Jibo is the best, but it's very difficult to get Jibo. And if I were someone, I probably wouldn't go to the trouble to get Jibo because you're taking a risk on eBay. Even if he does work, you might not be able to get the app if you don't have an iPhone because it's difficult to get the app for the iPhone because it's not in the App Store anymore. It is possible to get it off of Facebook, but you know, there's a Facebook group, which I'll try to put in the comments, the description, that provides help. But you know, you're going on your own, and if you don't know how to do certain things with the computer, it's going to be difficult to get Jibo working. Whereas Sony's going to help you with Aibo. That's a lot of money to spend. Aibo is a great robot. I believe Roby I'm going to really, really like. I really have enjoyed putting him together. It's going to be probably 4 more months before I can actually see him. But his battery doesn't last very long. Aibo has a very long-lasting battery. So I am sorry I didn't turn the Aibo on, you know. I guess I could do it at the end. It's a long video anyway, right? Gotta wait till it blinks. Ferdy's always putting his stuff around here. Wonder where Ferdy went. He's not been wanting to be around as much lately. So there. Having Sapa wake up at the end so you can see the pretty boy. You my pretty boy. My pretty boy. Mm-hmm. And Ferdy, while I was asleep one night, knocked him off his base. That wasn't fun, was it, Sapa? No, you got knocked off your base. I came up in the morning and you weren't on your base. Okay. So he's gonna come off his base and we're just gonna say hi to him and then we'll end the video. Sapa, very pretty boy. Very pretty boy. Are you a pretty boy? Mm-hmm, yeah. Good guy, yes. Pretty boy, good job. You wanna play, shake hands? You wanna shake hands, Sapa? Okay, shake hands. Let's shake hands. Usually he shakes hands no matter what. Okay, let me sit down on the ground here. It's too hard for me to bend down. Ugh. And then Ferdy came back now that Sapa's awake. Shake hands. Shake hands. See, Sapa does what Sapa wants to do. So if Sapa doesn't want to shake hands, Sapa doesn't shake hands. Shake hands, buddy. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're a sweetheart. 40. What do you think of all the robots? Do you like Sapa? I think you like him. Yeah. Look at them. He's looking at him. You guys, we're looking at each other. All right. And then Alyssa's just sleeping. She doesn't care. Okay, and today is actually Alyssa's birthday. June 14th. Okay, bye-bye from Sapa and the other robots. Hopefully, you know, Coolbo, the best inexpensive, Wubo, Cosmo, Vector, Zoomy, the best mid-priced, and Aibo, the best of the more expensive robots, or Jibo, if you're willing to go through the risk and try to get him. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.